Yeah, I got a little poem about the Gulf Coast. It's called The Brine. I'll add some commentary at the end. So you sort of slide down into it, easing in little by little, a flat landscape, the coastal plain with its briny, hard underbelly, clutching craggy, wind-swept trees. Everything not tied down is swept here by swollen rivers to be slowly corroded and then buried in the Gulf sand like some lost broken shark's tooth. The salty sand, the ground grit of dreams that didn't pan out. Arriving here is easy, leaving is the difficult part. On this lower shelf of Texas, the clouds are bigger, ever present, thundering heads. I swear upon my left man boob, if you stop and stare, you can see the St. Augustine grass grow before your eyes. Catholic grass, creeping fast beneath canopies of live oaks that drip Spanish moss like Gulf Coast mistletoe. Palm trees and brush and dust swallow up the defeated hulls of old fishing boats on the side of the highway, abandoned by some post-modern pirates long ago. This is the brine. It boils you alive, and time moves at a different and isolated, ticking speed. Moving along the coast, east and west, is difficult. It feels like the brake is always on, or you've got lead weights in the trunk. Down here, if a man lives to 80, he looks like a buck and a half. And all the old ladies look like alligators, and their tattoos become unrecognizable in the brine. She collects nautical items and displays them haphazardly in the front yard on rusty galvanized fence, and she gets drunk enough for the both of us. He works the refineries and sweats oil and is the color of his old truck. And if you look into the back of the bed, you can spot tropical cactus growing beneath the trash and empty beer cans. Gulf Coast rednecks are a different breed, and light beer is one hell of a drug. From 30 miles inland, if you're not careful, you don't see the ocean for decades. You become stuck in the quicksand clutch of the salty brine, swallowed up in time, buried in the sand. There we go. So, yeah, I have almost a 50-year history with the Gulf Coast. My dad has lived down there for approximately 35 years. Probably even 10 years prior to that, his sister, my aunt and uncle, they moved down there, and we would go visit them. I have probably been to Galveston Beach 40 or 50 times. Know the place well. Ever since I've been driving, I've been going down there in the summer and, acting crazy and getting in trouble and stuff like that. And it's gotten into my blood. I called it the brine because, well, the phrase salt life is already taken. And brine is like a liquid that you put your meat in to marinate it, and it just kind of saturates. And that's what the Gulf Coast does to you. It just kind of gets in your blood, and then you crave it. So I consider it like a second home. I feel comfortable down there. If I ever retire, that's where I want to go. Down south where it's hot, and muggy, and man, there's a lot of stuff crammed on a little island down there in Galveston. I just love it. This is one angle, one way of approaching, expressing the whole vibe that is the Gulf Coast. The brine. It's like a personification, I suppose. But hey, more to come. I have more Gulf Coast inspired poetry coming down the pipeline. Hey, thanks for watching. Keep it weird. From the fringe, baby.